What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with TechDaily. So, unpopular, or maybe popular, opinion, I don't think the future of AR, VR, XR hardware is big bulky headsets like the Vision Pro or new Galaxy XR. I think the future looks more like this. Rokid's Max 2 glasses. This lightweight, more traditional looking eyewear, paired to its Rokid Station 2, is not only more comfortable, more practical, and more portable, the setup is arguably a lot more useful and versatile, both for everyday use and for some really interesting and fun things. I've tried a couple of Rokid's products over the years, and I'm excited to try out the latest hardware pair because I personally can see myself grabbing these for movie watching, game playing, reading, or even as a travel companion before I'd ever want a big old headset. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my experience with the Max 2 glasses and its Station 2 companion. I'll talk about a bunch of the features and use cases, what separates these from some of the other similar options on the market, and who knows, maybe you'll be rocking a pair of Rokid glasses yourself before too long. If you are interested in picking up a pair or learning a little more, Rokid is running their Black Friday promotion right now, and this entire AR Spatial package is only $498, which is nearly 30% off. This is the lowest price these have ever been, and when Black Friday and Cyber Monday are over, the price does go away, so click the link in the video description below to take advantage of that deal. Now, let me go over this two-part hardware setup first. You have the Rokid Max 2 AR glasses, obviously, and the Rokid Max Station 2, which is a small pocket-sized computer that powers the setup, and Rokid calls this their Rokid AR Spatial Pack. At its core, this essentially is a full three-dimensional workspace that you wear like a pair of sunglasses. You can watch movies, play games, browse the internet, multitask with multiple windows, and even run Android apps from the Google Play Store. It is a true portable digital environment that you can use anywhere. At home, at a coffee shop, on a plane, in a hotel room, and this setup is way more polished than maybe some of the previous AR or XR glasses you might have tried in the past. The first thing you'll notice when you put on the Max 2 glasses is the weight, or really the lack of weight. These glasses are about 75 grams, which is lighter than my regular sunglasses. They have soft temple arms and air-cushioned nose pads, and you really can wear them for hours without being too uncomfortable. Other glasses from, say, X-Real and Viture, for example, which I've tried, definitely felt a bit bulkier than these. And comfort matters because the whole point is to use these for extended periods of time. Once you turn them on, the micro OLED displays inside the glasses show you truly one of the cleanest AR visual experiences you can get right now. The visual itself is great. Colors look vivid, text looks sharp, movies look good, and the brightness peaks at around 600 nits. And all this content even looks clear in bright indoor lighting. You can also adjust the diopter from 0 to -6, which lets people with nearsightedness get a perfect image without wearing prescription glasses underneath. There is also software-based IPD or pupillary distance adjustment, which helps position the image comfortably for different face shapes. Rokid calls this the world's first intelligent myopia and pupillary adjustment system, and it definitely makes a difference. The standout feature for these, as far as the sort of software experience, is Rokid's triple window layout. These can float in front of you side by side in almost any arrangement you want. You can open a YouTube video or Netflix on one side, browse the web on another side, and have a messaging app or a document on the third. The Station 2 handles all of this, and the visual within the glasses feels almost like a whole desktop monitor setup floating around you. You can change window ratios to wide, ultra-wide, in a 21:9 ratio, or narrow if you want a small feed off to the side. If you travel or work remotely, or even just do schoolwork, this feels like having 3 monitors in your backpack or on the go. This is the feature that really separates the Max 2 from simple wearable displays, and aside from the brain-numbing entertainment aspect of having so many windows open, it's also obviously great for productivity. If 3 screens is too many, you could instead utilize giant screen mode. any window can expand into what looks like a massive screen that proportionally feels like a 300-inch projection right in front of you. It's incredibly useful for movie watching, and when you lie down and reposition the screen, you can sit or lay in any way you like without having to strain your neck or holding the screen above your face like your phone, for example. The Max 2 also supports full three-dimensional video playback, so if you have 3D movies or if you have spatial video shot on the iPhone, for example, you can bring that footage into the glasses, and that looks even more surreal. This is basically like having a full-on movie theater or projector setup in your pocket. Content-wise, the Station 2 supports Android apps and the Google Play Store, and you get DRM-certified playback for major streaming platforms like Netflix, Disney+, YouTube, HBO, Prime Video, Apple TV, Hulu, and a bunch more are all supported, and Netflix especially was a missing feature on some other previous glasses, so it's great to have all this content readily available now. Rokid also has their own spatial app ecosystem, which right now includes around 35 spatial apps, including spatial games like Toy Monster. These apps take advantage of the three-dimensional environment and are completely free. Rokid also has a developer community of more than 6,000 developers who are building new features and games and spatial experiences. The company has been in this AR space since 2014 and has been mass-producing consumer AR glasses since 2020. And this AR spatial pack is their third generation product, so they're constantly improving everything, and the experience is only going to get better. If you prefer games to movies, you can also connect the Max 2 directly to a console or a laptop, or you can utilize wireless streaming with apps like Steam Link, Moonlight, and PS Remote Play. The end result is, once again, a 300-inch virtual gaming screen with 3 degrees of freedom support, so your view moves slightly with you with your head for a more cinematic feel. This setup isn't meant to replace a gaming PC or a console, but more as an additional option for those of us who want a pretty unique gaming experience visually. When it comes to portability and connectivity and the battery life, the Station 2 is kind of like the external brains and brawn of this little setup. It has its own 5,000 mAh battery that yields you up to 5 hours of use, depending on how hard you push it. It has a touchpad on the front for quick navigation. It has a ray casting pointer that lets you point at objects and navigate naturally. It has Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.2, and it also supports charging while using, so you won't get interrupted by dead batteries during a long flight or long work session. Inside the settings, there is a built-in screen recording option that captures what you actually see in the glasses. That's how I'm able to show you everything, and I think that's kind of important, since it's sometimes hard to describe a product like this. You really need to put them on and use them to experience them, but it's great to be able to share the visuals in some capacity. Now, if you're on the go, or if your environment is changing in front of you, Rokid built 2 specific modes for this. Sport mode lets the screen follow your head movement so that the virtual display stays stable when you're on a plane, in a car, or walking around. And reading mode brings the virtual screen closer. It reduces strain and keeps text crisp, and these modes make the Max 2 very practical in many ways other AR glasses have not yet achieved. If you've used other XR glasses from X-Real or those other brands, you might know that those lack the full spatial computing environment that Rokid is offering here. Their vision adjustment systems are also a little more limited and don't cover the 0 to -6 range. Multitasking is narrower, and they don't offer the same flexible window ratios right now or the same integrated Android environment. There's still good entry-level alternatives to this new XR hardware space, but in my experience, this setup from Rokid now just offers so much more. Obviously, these are also very different from the likes of the Apple Vision Pro, which may or may not be a worthy competitor. It's just a different device, but the Vision Pro is incredibly expensive. It's bulky and heavy with a front shield and a headband system. Yes, it has its use cases for sure, but I feel like it's far from the mass appeal product that these seem to be. And I think whether you're just trying out XR glasses or you really want something powerful, these feel like a much more suitable option for way more people, especially when you're talking comfort and price. These feel more like enhanced eyewear rather than an at-home headset or goggles, and I think this is going to be the future. Even if the bigger headsets offer more power, they're just not as practical or comfortable, especially if you're wanting to wear them for a long time or if you're using them on the go. And Rokid isn't trying to replace a full VR or mixed reality headset. That's a different product category too, but you're still getting both the entertainment aspect and the workspace functionality here, just in a much more user-friendly package. You can genuinely use the Rokid glasses anywhere, and that, I think, is what's going to make them way more popular and enticing in the long run. Like I said, if you're interested in taking the plunge, Rokid is running their Black Friday promotion right now, and these are the lowest prices of the year, so don't miss out, or at least take a peek at their website. Rokid's whole entire store is on sale, so maybe there's something else you might like. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know what you think about the Rokid glasses and this whole XR product space. Is this the future? Would you rock a pair of these? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, of course. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video though. Be sure to follow TechDaily on Twitter and subscribe to the TechDaily YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.